so I can be alive. Out of the blue, my 7-year-old daughter ran to me and said, "I love you," which would be a sweet gift to any parent. She gave me a warm hug, and then she said something that surprised me. "Thank you for giving in to Mommy so I can be alive. And thanks to God for answering Mom's prayer so I can be alive." Her eyes were so earnest, her face so serious, it struck me right in my soft, gooey center. Of course, we have told our younger two how they became a possibility many times, but not recently. I wondered if she had had a conversation with my wife about it. The matter seemed so fresh in her mind. Maybe she was just realizing the significance of it to her. After our older 2 kids were born, I felt I was at my capacity for kids. Life was tearing me up, and I could not keep adding things. My wife immediately regretted our vasectomy decision and spent 5 years crying every time she saw a newborn baby. It was really hard for her. I couldn't comprehend, but I'm a man, so that's par for the course. I assumed she would come to accept it with time, but that didn't happen. Have you ever heard the 1955 Broadway song, "Whatever Lola Wants"? Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. There's no exception to the rule, or something like that. Well, spoiler alert, my wife is not named Lola, but whatever she wants, she gets eventually as well. That is how I found myself going back under the knife, getting the vasectomy reversal surgery. I will not describe that process. You're welcome. This counts as your birthday present from me for the rest of our lives, I told my wife before the anesthesia kicked in. The look on her face was pure joy and disbelief that her deep yearning for more kids was now in the realm of the possible. Now that I think about it, why am I still giving my wife birthday presents? How did she manage to arrange that? But back to the point. We've told our younger two that story many times during their lives, but something triggered the memory for my youngest. Thank you for giving in to Mommy so I can be alive. That look in her eyes was unforgettable. It got me thinking, as I am prone to do. My wife calls them our miracle children. Well, one is the miracle she asked God for. The other is the bonus miracle that God threw in for free. Buy one, get one, free. If we are honest, the story of any of our births is a miracle. We are each an unduplicated, unique person. The genetics are fascinating and a bit mind-boggling. Not that I want this article to become about sperm and eggs, but just calculate the math of the lottery each of us had to win to be alive. From 30 million to 1 billion sperm enter the marathon that can, at best, end with only one winner, except for fraternal twins, where there are 2 winners. The unique individual that was you could only be realized by one of those millions. If any other sperm had crossed the finish line first, a different sibling would have been conceived. Not you in appearance, personality, aptitude, or any other genetically determined attribute. Those numbers tax my brain, like when I try to understand the breadth of the universe. Stretch. As I watch my daughters dance around the living room on any given night, smiling and spreading their mayhem, I am struck by how precious they are. How did our family win the personality lottery twice more after I thought we were done? They are 1 in a billion. And those are the numbers only on the day of conception, the beginning of life. The contestants would have been different on Tuesday and last month. They wouldn't have been a possibility on any of those days. Not in the marathon. The chances of winning are so small that it begins to feel as if God chose us out of a nation of possibles. I believe he did. Though I don't have scientific proof to back that up, I believe he picked each of us for a specific reason, though I don't know what that reason is. You are here on purpose. Me too. I believe it's true of every individual that has ever lived, the winners of the life lottery. According to Carl Haub, a demographer from the Population Reference Bureau, the total number of humans that have ever lived is around 117 billion. Seems high to me, but what do I know? Young Earth creationists, of which I am one, estimate between 50 and 100 billion have ever lived. The shorter timeline is responsible for the number discrepancy. Every one of them was the winner among billions of possible humans. It makes me thankful to think about the gargantuan numbers behind my wife, my son, my 3 daughters, and me. Mind-boggling, gray matter stretching, logic surpassing, God-ordained numbers.